Okay, so now you all can see this is a periodic table we are having, and these are the groups. Like we have group 1 to group 18 in the modern periodic table, and we have 7 periods, that is period number 1 to period number 7. These 1 and 2 group are called as S block. This middle section which I have not written the elements, this is called as D block, and this 13 to 18 elements together form P block elements. So for class 10th level, the S block and P block elements are important for you people. So we will just check out these trends like valency, atomic size and metallic character in the periodic table. So before that, let me just tell you what is the simplest way of learning the valencies of these groups. So just remember one thing, valency up to 1 to 4, you can simply say that it is the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit. For example, let's take hydrogen. So if you make a Bohr atom of hydrogen, you will find something like nucleus, first orbit, and it has only 1 electron. So you can say that it has 1 electron, and to first orbit is having maximum capacity of 2 electrons. So how many electron it need? It need 1 electron, or it can donate 1 electron. So its valency will be 1. So this way we came to know that what is valency. It is defined as the combining capacity, the number of electron any atom is losing or accepting to complete its duplet or octet. Okay. So just a simple short trick I am going to give you. You just keep that in mind that first group elements are having valency 1. All the elements of group 2 are having valency 2. Now leave the elements between group number 3 to group number 12. Come to group number 13. All these elements, that is boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, will be having valency of 3. Then group number 14 will be having valency of 4. Now after this group number 14, the valency starts decreasing. So it will be 3 for 15, 2 for 16, 17 valency is 1. Then come 18th group element. You must be knowing that 18 group elements are also called as noble gases. Now this word noble gases only gives you a meaning that these gases are very novel. They do not react very easily, and that is why they are also called as inert gas. Okay? So the valency of this group is 0. Now since the valency is 0, it means their combining capacity is 0. I hope this valency concept is clear to all. So just check out again, and you can also click a screenshot. Like first group valency is 1, second group valency is 2, 13 group valency is 3, 14 group valency is 4, 15 group valency, now it will start decreasing like 3, 2, 1, and then finally 18 group valency is 0. I hope this valency concept is clear to all, and there is no change of valency from in the period. Like all the periods of the same group will be having the same valency. It means the valency first increase from 1 to 4, and then it decrease from 4 to 0. Okay. Okay. So after valency, the second point comes, that is atomic size. So I told you atomic size is defined as the distance between nucleus of an outermost orbit of an atom. So let's take any one particular period. For example, let's take second period. We have 1 lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Okay? Now when we come to the electronic configuration of any of the element of this period, we will find, like let's take example of lithium. So let's take this lithium. Lithium Bohr model of atom, Bohr atom will be like this. Like we have nucleus in the center, then first, and before this let's write the atomic number of lithium, that is 3. So if we arrange it in the form of magic number, that is 2, 8, 8, 18, 32, we will get something like 2 and 1. So it has 2 shells. So first shell and second shell. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now first shell will get 2 electrons, 1 and 2, and second shell will get 1 electron. Now according to magic number, the numbers are like this: 2, 8, 18 and 32. So the second shell need octet of electron, like it need 8 electron, but lithium have only 1 electron. So how many electron it need to complete its octet? It needs 7 electron, but it has one free electron. I mean, it can also donate this 1 electron, because valency is both combining capacity, that is accepting capacity, and donating capacity. The valency will be 1. That is much easier. It is much easier to donate 1 electron as compared to accepting 7 electron. This is about valency, but we are discussing atomic size. So see, it is having two shells. Okay, now comparing it with other, let's compare it with carbon. Like for the carbon, the atomic number is 6, so the configuration will be 2 4. This is clear. We'll do the same. Bohr atom, like center nucleus, then 2 electron, then next shell, 1 2 3 4. From this 4 electron, it is clear to you all that the valency is 4 of carbon. Like I have also written, valency of 14 group element is 4. Okay, now just see one thing. Here you had only 1 electron in the outermost orbit, and here you have 4 electrons in the outermost orbit. So what happens is that, and the number of orbits is also same, so we come to a relation that atomic size is inversely proportional to Z effective. Now you must be having a doubt that what is this Z effective? It is called as effective nuclear charge. So just keep this relation very carefully in your mind, that atomic radius is inversely proportional to Z effective. It means if Z effective increases, atomic radius decreases, and vice versa. Okay, so now let me tell you one thing, that when we move from left to right in a period, like this is the left side and this is the right side, when we move from left to right in a period, Z effective increases. So I'm just going to write this here. Z effective increases when we move from left to right. Now after knowing this relation, we can come to a conclusion that if Z effective is increasing from left to right, it means that atomic size decreases from left to right. I hope this is clear to all. So we come to a simple conclusion that the size of atom from lithium to fluorine will decrease because effective nuclear charge is increasing. And just one exception is there, that after fluorine, when you come to neon, the size will slightly increase. The size will slightly increase for all. After chlorine to argon, okay, after bromine to krypton, the size will slightly increase because these are novel in nature. Their octet or the outermost orbits are completely filled, so they attain stability. That is why 18 group element size is slightly bigger as compared to the 17 group element size. So I hope this atomic size concept is clear to you all. Okay, now next we will see about the third trend, that is metallic and non-metallic character. So metallic character, I told you, ability to donate electron, and non-metallic character means ability to accept electron. So before just telling you something into it, I wanted to just give you one relation, that is metallic character upon non-metallic character is proportional to atomic size. It means metallic character is directly proportional to atomic size and non-metallic character is inversely proportional to atomic size. So now check out the implication of this formula. For example, this is the relation we got from this. Now see, I wanted to say that if size of any atom is increasing, it means its outermost shell will be far from the nucleus. So attraction from the nucleus, you can see here, so the attraction from the nucleus to the outermost electron will be less. So if size increases, it means this electron will be loosely held by the nucleus, and it is easier for this electron to go out and to be donated to other elements. So it means if the size increases, metallic character increases, or the ability to donate electron increases. Okay. On the other hand, if size is more, it means donating capacity is more. That means accepting capacity is less. So non-metallic character decreases and metallic character increases. This relation is only important so that you'll be able to solve any question coming from this topic. Now let's see here. I told you that when we go from left to right in a period, number of shells are same, but the electrons increases consecutively, and electrons are increases, it means Z effective is increasing. And if Z effective, or you can say effective nuclear charge, is increasing, atomic size is decreasing. So we come to a conclusion that from lithium to fluorine, the size is decreasing. It means if the size is decreasing, non-metallic characters are increasing and metallic characters are decreasing. I am going to repeat it again. If size from lithium to fluorine is decreasing, it means metallic character are decreasing, because metallic character and size are proportional. If size decreases, metallic character decreases, and metallic character decrease, it means definitely opposite character will increase, that is non-metallic character. So we come to a rough conclusion that the elements present on left hand sides are usually metallic, and the elements present on right hand side are usually non-metallic. I hope this property of metallic character in period is clear. Now coming to the group, like for example, let's take this group. The hydrogen have only nucleus and one orbit. Coming to the lithium, nucleus, first orbit, second orbit. So when you come from top to bottom, the number of orbits increases. It means the number of shells are increasing. So simply it is very clear that top to bottom the size is increasing, and if the size is increasing, it means metallic characters also increases and non-metallic character decreases. I hope these trends are clear to you all, and if you have any doubt, just give me below comment and I'll try to sort your doubt out, and thank you for watching.